the California Consumer Protection Act.
This is Georgia.
Or the CPR. So that's why my question is
Sure.
around...
A California statute has no bearing in the state of Georgia.
All right, welcome back to another video of Overreacting. No booker, but I go by the name of Eli. As always, we got Ace with us.
Yes, indeed. Had no fear. Your boy Ace is here back with another reaction.
Listen, this next video was sent over to us by you guys, the viewers, and it's one of them situations where people, and I don't want to say women, but you know, people just think they know more than a professional, qualified individuals. So we want to play these clips, and we're gonna come back and give our thoughts on it.
Most people ask questions about problems that they have in their life, and I try to point them in the right direction.
That's not a lawyer, that's a therapist.
So as a lawyer, what makes you more qualified to provide like better advice than the average person?
Law school.
Huh?
Law school?
Okay, so like how? Like what about law school?
I mean, like, that's a really loaded question. It's like asking an engineer, what makes you better at being an engineer than just someone off the street that went to
what if you
high
ask a
school?
lawyer like an emotional question? Does law school make you like more qualified to answer that kind of question? And give
That's not what we do. These are legal questions.
You said they come for problems. You didn't clarify. You said legal problems. What if I'm a lawyer?
So, I mean, I don't mean to be rude, right? But it's kind of implied that if you're asking a lawyer, you're asking them a legal question. You don't call your podiatrist and ask them about your taxes, do you?
Well, no, I just asked you. I was like, what do you do? You said answer people's questions with problems. So that could
Correct.
be
Most people have like problems. They don't know where to start.
legal problems.
I don't need to specify legal problems. It's implied with the word lawyer.
Where'd you go to law school?
I went to Jones School of Law.
The California Consumer Protection Act.
This is Georgia.
Or the CPR. So that's why my question is
Sure.
around...
A California statute has no bearing in the state of Georgia.
GDPR has set a standard for the world, correct?
No.
And so...
This is the United States.
So GDPR, because also you think about CCPA started from GDPR, BIPA started from GDPR.
But stop. All of those things are secondary to the fact, right? You don't have any privacy right. In order for you to have data privacy, in order for protections to apply to you, you have to be entitled to privacy. You're not entitled to privacy in public.
So now my question is because the California Consumer Protection Act.
This is Georgia.
Or the CPR. So that's why my question is
Sure.
around...
A California statute has no bearing in the state of Georgia. You do understand that a California statute...
Can you sue your boyfriend for emotional distress or your ex-boyfriend?
Maybe.
Okay, so say they promise like to marry you.
No.
You have the text messages to prove it.
Nope, can't do that.
You can't? In Georgia, you can't?
Anywhere you can't do that.
Why not?
Because you can't.
If he promised to marry you, and he's promising you things, you can't sue for emotional distress. You can. I feel like there's some way you can.
No. So number one, to sue for emotional stress, there's IIED and NIED, which is negligent infliction of emotional stress and intentional infliction of emotional stress. Those are claims that exist, and the threshold for proving those claims is unbelievably astronomical. It is they tell you in law school that like a claim for IIED or NIED is almost impossible to prove. You can prove it, right? But like the threshold is so high, right? But the courts really don't get involved.
Yeah, the last one was just for shits and giggles, but again, what's your thoughts on these videos?
At this point, it's just ridiculous. The man is a lawyer. He went to law school. He studied in the history of law to be able to answer legal questions, give legal advice. And she's literally asking, what makes you better at being a lawyer than the average person? It don't make sense. And then you want to argue with somebody that studied this when you didn't study this.
Didn't study it.
Like what? I don't get the logic behind it, bro.
Yeah.
This is like trying to fight a boxer, bro. Like, and you a regular person. Like why would you do it, bro? You know you gonna get your ass beat.
There's something you said in the podcast in the episode we did, where I can't remember verbatim. It was about installing the AC in the house. Like, more knowledgeable about installing it, but then I got a I got a bachelor's,
Yeah, I got a bachelor's.
associates or whatever. So they feel like they're more qualified because they have a random educational attainment. And it's like, no, that just because you're knowledgeable or you have a degree doesn't mean you're smarter than everybody walking around. And this is a lot of entitlement is like, I feel, you know what I mean? Expert, the feelings is getting involved instead of logic. Like this logic, it's logical that he's a lawyer. He knows what he's talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you coming in there with your emotions, trying to stir the pot. Like, no, that's not how it works. You get what I'm saying?
For you to sit there and even ask like, what makes you more qualified? And you know, he says he's a lawyer. Like, why would you need to ask that question? Like, I don't.
That would have been more logical. She would have been like, asked for his lawyer, like his credentials.
Yeah, like, where did you go? Yeah, something like
what's
that.
your firm? Like, what? Like, you know what I mean?
Or how many cases you made or something like
that. Would have been logical. Then it's like, like at least you want to see the validity of like if he's actual,
exactly,
real lawyer. But yeah, this goes to. When I think about this, I bring it back to relationships, right? And women always talk about leading, a man leading, and men are saying that we're getting so much pushback on the leading aspects, even though we know what we're doing. You get what I'm saying? And you trust me to do it, but you still want to push back. It's just your innate instinct to just want to push back and feel like you're challenging somebody. Like it's a good thing, and not challenging somebody is not always a good thing. It's just annoying a lot of the times. It's just annoying.
I would have been very annoyed if I was him. And then that last one, that's just like hell have no fury like a woman scorned, bro. She really trying to get like
that's crazy.
He promised.
First of all, if that was a thing, a lot of women would actually be doing that like crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I think
a lot of people in general. Like,
well, people too, yeah. But I think once we started hearing this emotional distress, like I was hearing that more recently, maybe in the last 5 to 10 years, I've heard people suing for emotional distress. I didn't even knew that was a thing until like recently. So once people said, "Damn, that's really a thing," like maybe I could do it. Like,
when I do hear it, I hear it amongst other things. I don't hear like I'm just suing for emotional distress. It's like, oh, lost wages, blah blah, emotional distress.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't just sue for emotional distress. Like.
But people be saying that about like, when somebody goes viral and then they feel like, made me go viral now, like my whole life is turned upside down.
That's what I'm saying. It's normally thrown in there like extra on it. You know what I'm saying? They see what sticks type shit. Like.
I ain't putting no ideas out there. But
don't do that.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. Yeah, let us know y'all thoughts in the comments, man. Do y'all feel like people are just entitled? You think they just know everything? They want to know everything? Or they just want to be combative and challenging? Because that's how it came off. I'm not gonna hold you. It just came off combative and like you just want to challenge people.
It's just crazy because if I saw a lawyer like giving out free advice, I would have so many other questions to ask than to just sit there and be annoying. Like, oh,
I'm wasting free time. Like, charge you for that time. Like,
he doing you a service. And you being annoying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers think because they got ChatGPT in their pocket, like they know everything, like, you know what I mean?
Yo, lawyers charge you for legal advice, bro. He doing this for free.
For free.
And your first instinct is, how can I annoy this man? Like, come on.
I would be if I was him, I would have been like, he probably is frustrated. Like,
you could tell. And
then she's bringing up, one of the girls was bringing up like laws in California.
Yeah.
And they're in Georgia.
He was visibly frustrated in that.
Why are you bringing, like, you just saying things to say things and feel like you're smart at that.
And she kept trying to bring it up to her. He's like, but we're in Georgia, bro.
And then she was using like European laws.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's in Europe.
And
like,
we're in the United States. Like,
and listen, man, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, man. We drop new content here all the time. Y'all know the spill, man. Join the Patreon, join the membership. And we see y'all in the next one.
I couldn't find the book for a second. Yeah, that's a wrap, bro. I mean, edit this out too.